We are starting to see the signs of the real estate market in Reno Sparks shift. Now, how much of a shift are we going to see? Stay tuned and we're going to check it out. Let's take a look. Well, we saw home prices soften for June. We went from our record high of $615,000 to $600,000. Now, it wasn't a dramatic change. It's still more than we were in April. Do take note that year over year from June of this year versus June last year, we're still up over 13% in home value increase. So even if we soften a little bit more, there is some room versus just in the last year of growth. So we're going to talk about that in future videos. So definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Taking a look in the last 13 months, was kind of interesting. Actually, you see May to June of last year jumped from 502 to 532. So it jumped $28,000 last year up. And this year we dropped down $15,000. So always kind of interesting to look year over year type stuff as well of changes. So but you can see we're still up there. We'll keep watching this one though. With home prices, median home price dropped for the area in June. It's partially because we're seeing lots of price reductions. Look at this graph here. I've shown it a couple of months now. This is showing homes that on average price reduced in June on any given day. We hit 11% in June, saying that any given day, 11% of homes have reduced their home price. Look at the other blue, red, and orange colors there, or the last 3 years before, and they are all lower than that. So even in the peak time in the fall when school's starting and the temperature's starting to cool off and buyer demand cools, we surpass that amount as well as for price reduced homes. So very interesting. We're going to keep watching this one. Days to contract. How many days from the day you go on the market to the day you get an offer accepted? We saw that increase as well from 7 days to 14 days. Now, this is still very low compared to pre-pandemic levels. Don't get me wrong. A lot of this is we're just kind of adjusting back. We got so used to some of these numbers of 5, 6, 7 days on market to now we're actually starting to see them inch back up. So we're going to keep watching this and make sure that we are still going, but stay tuned for that. Let's take a look at what our sold new inventory are looking like. Well, you can see our surprisingly sold listings did drop last month from 517 homes to 447 homes. Now, a lot of that is because buyer demand has cooled with the higher interest rates. We've seen interest rates go up. We were at record lows in the last year, into the 2% for some people. And now we're seeing 5 and 6% out there. And so it's changed people's buying power. So with that said, and a lot of people may have hit that pause button just because maybe the prices jumped and they wanted to see what happened with the interest rates jumping up. They want to see how the market reacts. And this could create an opportunity if you're looking to buy for you. Now, going back here, we can see the new listings jumped up. Over 100 more new homes hit the market than last month. So that's good news. More choices out there for you if you're looking to buy. And June inventory, look at that. We're starting to see some homes on the market. We were just a few months ago complaining about we need homes. Look at March, 335 homes, single family homes of all in Reno Sparks. We're finally having some homes for sale. This is great news. Again, taking a look at, I talked about like pre-pandemic numbers. We're readjusting to where we should have been had the crazy market in the last 2 years not have happened. And we can see that we're still short 300 homes versus June of 2019. So kind of interesting to see, we've seen inventory jump, but we still are short versus June of 2019. We did see new listings actually come out with more people listed their home June of this year versus June of 2019. And sold listings are a bit lower. Like I mentioned, there are homes on the market for you to choose from now. This is great news. You can see here, we have a lot more homes available in all of these different price ranges. So if you're looking in any price range, there's going to be homes out there for you. This is homes on any or at the end of June, how many homes were available in that price range. Now, if you compare it to last month, look at some of these changes from month over month. I mean, look at the $400,000 to $500,000 range. It went from 99 homes last month to 192 homes. That's quite a jump there. So again, if you're looking at any price range, you're seeing more homes available to choose from. So that's great news. Month supply of inventory is going to be figured out of how many homes are coming on the market inventory-wise, and then how many homes are going under contract or selling, and how that pace is. We are seeing that pace change to go, and we jumped up to 2.6 months supply of inventory. Now, do note that it's still considered a seller's market if it's still under 5 months. 5 to 7 months is a balanced market, and over 7 months is a seller's market. So, or buyer's market, excuse me. And with that said, we're still deemed a seller's market. Now, there's lots of opportunities for buyers out there that I could almost consider it could be a buyer's market in certain circumstances. So again, let's talk about that if you're curious. Let's talk about new contracts that were written and accepted in June. 421 homes. That means 421 single family homes were on the market and got an offer accepted on them this last month. So what does that mean? Well, look at the last 13 months and you can see that this is lower than one of the last few months for sure. And what this will probably do, this is our kind of our almost forecast or crystal ball of what the next month is going to look like in terms of sales. Because if it's lower homes going under contract in June, when most homes take on average to 30, 40 days to close, that means homes going under contract in June, we're going to see close in July and August. So we're going to probably see those numbers drop a little bit. So be prepared for that for our video next month. Let's go hyper local and look at some of our different cities. We'll start with Reno specifically. Surprisingly, even though Reno Sparks in a whole went down 15,000 for median home price, we saw that Reno as a city went up 0.8% for median home price. So kind of interesting that we did see that sales price kick up a little bit, but not a lot. We saw that the sales are dropping, new listings and inventory are going up, 40% increase in inventory. Again, there are homes out there for you to choose from now. And we saw median days to contract, we jumped up, I believe it was from 7 days now to 13 days, just sitting on the market a little bit longer. So if you're a seller, we can strategize around that as well to still get your home sold in a timely manner for you. Let's talk about Sparks. Now, Sparks is the one that kind of drove down the Reno Sparks numbers for sales price, because you can see it dropped 3.3% for median sales price. The closed sales dropped. New listings dropped as well. So that one kind of surprised me, since we saw that new listings were up in Reno. New listings were down in Sparks. Inventory jumped up 32%. Out in Fernley, we saw a 3.9% drop in median home price, and new listings were up just 3.2%, so not a lot. But we did see them kick up, and inventory just inched up just a little bit. So we saw 30, 40% on Reno and Sparks, and only 8% jump in inventory in Fernley. So again, very interesting. But look at that median days to contract. It jumped to 28 days. So homes are sitting a bit longer out there. Just take note of that. Down in Carson City, prices dropped 6% down to $487,500. And we saw that new listings up 46%. And inventory up almost 43%. So we're seeing that market shift a little bit down there as well. And finally, a little bit further south down to Minot Gardnerville, we saw home prices up. We saw new listings up 5%. But look at the active inventory. Even though new listings were up 5%, active inventory up just short of 50%, 48.6% increase in inventory. So they've got some homes available to choose from down there as well. 9 days still for median days on market. I want to close this off with condo townhomes in Reno Sparks. Median home price actually jumped 7.8%. This one was very surprising for me. And I saw that closed sales down 4.2%. So that's wasn't too surprising, but new listings down 16%, and inventory just inched up just 13%. So we are seeing some changes and challenges there. So we're going to follow that. But yeah, with inventory just going up, not as crazy as Reno Sparks single family homes, we'll have to watch and see what happens with that. But I think we're seeing maybe some people that may have gotten priced out of the market for single family home, maybe looking at condo or townhomes as a different option. So that's my theory on that potentially, but again, we'll see if it's a pattern. I appreciate you watching this video. Again, there's a lot of changes happening on the market, so I appreciate you staying on top of it. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you watch my upcoming videos. I got another one coming up in a week or so about some interesting stuff about our real estate market currently. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and watch other videos over here in the corner, and I will see you next week. Have a good day.